And I just loved it. I loved it right away. I mean, from the second that I started out as a hostess, getting to interact with people and really learning about how much influence you can have on somebody's day with just a brief interaction of feeding them. And it's something that's so soulful.
Get into like a specific example of the impact you had on someone's day, or really dive into what it is really that you love about the industry.
So
you knew these questions were coming.
I know. I've always heard that people have different love languages. I'm sure you've heard that. For me, mine has always been cooking. Like, if I love you, I'm going to totally cook for you and show you that through, like, I'm going to find out what your favorite food is. I'm going to find out what your favorite drink is. And I'm going to create this whole experience around it just to show you, like, that's how I show I care. So the same was true in the restaurant industry right away. I would automatically, like, I was really good at finding regulars. And because I would find out about them, you know, what were they doing? How was their day? What makes them happy? And what can I do to provide that amazing experience for them? And so it just resonated with me right away.
So there's some nuggets being dropped right now, how to find regulars, taking an interest in them. If you want somebody to take an interest in you, show them how much you care about them. Find out everything there is to find out about them. That way you can serve them better. And it just, like, when people care, like, it just shows, right? And we dive into that and really that process and how you show the people that you're serving you care. Pull back some of those layers.
I think the first thing is actually listening. So when somebody comes in and they talk to you, if you are only halfway listening or you're thinking about a million other things that are going through your mind about what you have to do that day, you're not really taking an active interest in somebody's life. And people can tell, you know, it's very obvious whether somebody is asking you, like, how are you? And it's just like a flyby,
yeah,
you
going
know,
through
question.
the motions because I'm supposed to ask, or do you really give
or
a
if
shit?
you actually care. And if you just spend that, you know, it doesn't take a ton of time, but if you just spend that extra second looking at somebody in the eye, making eye contact, asking follow-up questions, remembering somebody's daughter's name, remembering that their daughter is going to culinary school, asking about that next time they come in, then they're like, oh my gosh, this person actually took enough time out of their life and their day to care about me.
Yeah.
And that creates a bond with somebody.
Yeah, and people don't do business with businesses. People do business with people. And every one of your employees has a regular because of that relationship they're willing to build with that individual, right? So really encourage your people to make it more than just a transaction, to make it a relationship.
And just to expand on that a little bit, I think it's also huge to do that with your employees.
What do you mean by that?
Well, every morning when I come in, I say hi to every single person by name. I make sure to ask how their dog is. If, like, one of our best servers just got a new dog that she adopted from the Humane Society, I'm always asking. I know their kids' names. I know their husbands' names. I take an active interest in them to show them that I care. You can't expect your employees to care about what you're doing and to take, you know, your business as carefully and, you know, honor it like you do if you don't show that you care about them.
You've got to give before you get.
Yeah. And so if you show that to your employees and they're the ones that are dealing with your guests on an everyday basis, then they can take that same, you know, you lead by example, and they'll do that same thing for your guests. So
yeah. So I think you really dove into that well. Thank you. So